Grand Rising, wonderful souls, and welcome to Bronwen's Cove Tarot. If you are a new face, welcome in. If you're an old one, welcome back, my lovelies. Nice to see you. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, and your subscribes. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your super thanks. I appreciate them all. I really, really do. Thank you also for your emails. Anyone that would like to book a reading, all of the information is in the description box down below. Please do not send payment without first having a chat with me, because I have a specific payment method that I like to use. Anyone that does, I'm afraid I will just have to send it straight back to you, okay? Please do not get scammed. There are still people going through the comment sections here and there on this channel and on my sister channel, the North Star Tarot, just saying, praise Jesus, you know, I was able to get this, and this, and then you'll see all of these comments underneath, and they're not looking for more than one person to get dobbed in, to just be like, you know, just to get caught into that scam. Please do not get scammed by people like that. Anything talking about cryptocurrency, anything to do with that, or some sort of doctor from some random place in the world saying that they can get your love back, no, they're fake. Just block and report them, please, because if you need to go to somebody to get somebody back into your life, either they're not for you or you are not for them, seriously. Before I continue, I do have some downloaded information, some downloads that came through. Now we have the origin of knowledge, the cosmic snake. I was watching this video yesterday of this guy. He was really funny, like some comedian, talking about DMT and how, you know, when he tried DMT, and he just talks about like his experiences of, he's never done that before, he's never been very spiritual, and that he was with this guy who was a doctor who got it for them, and that he was just like, I left my body and I was flying through the rainbow and it was all these different colours, and then this big black snake just cut through and was like, hey dude, don't worry, I'm the snake of time and knowledge, and do you want to go for a ride? And that when he came back too, he was like, oh my gosh, that was amazing, there was this snake, and the guy was like, yeah, that is the origin of all knowledge, the cosmic snake. And this guy's actually googled it, and it actually is, that is a real cosmic snake. So there's something here with someone's perceptions being changed, or their mind being blown by something that either you have said, you have mentioned, or something they've experienced, and they may have not been very spiritual before, but having this experience has been like I heard a cosmic egg, it's like cracked them open. It's that energy of kind of, it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. So someone may be going through a dark night of the soul. They may have taken some sort of trippy dippy kind of substance, and they connected with something. And I just heard the Dalai Lama, so I don't know if somebody's had this experience and they've started researching different people, different holy people, different people that have had an impact on this planet when it comes to spiritualism, when it comes to like kind of opening up and, you know, kind of connecting. I also have someone's fade was sprayed on. I don't know who that's for, but someone's hair, like it was all sprayed on and water got on it and it was wiped off by accident and people saw. Someone is scared of spiders, and then you have a dad misinterpreting what the kid wants. And I was getting the example of like, when I was a kid, I really, really wanted a Nintendo 64. I wanted a Nintendo 64, and this is showing my age, right? I wanted a Nintendo 64, and when it came to like Christmas or my birthday, whatever, I was given a Game Boy. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is not what I asked for. Even though I look back and it's like, do you know what? Game Boy's quite cool, but I wanted the Nintendo 64. But with this, you know, the age range and the kids these days, something about like wanting Jordans and getting a different branded high tops, like just a dad misinterpreting what their kid wants. If it's on an emotional level, it's misinterpreting what that kid wants. It may be that, you know, the dad thinks that they just need a hug when really they want to be listened to. Something going on there. And can you see how I've put my arm here? So it's covering the solar plexus. Yeah, someone's armoring themselves. I'm getting also with this dad, I don't know if they armoured themselves or they don't know how to connect with their own inner child, so they don't know how to connect with their child. I've got also tried to join a gang, and they were disrespecting, the proper step into their kid. So those two are linked. Disrespecting their father, and their father weren't having it. Like, I saw a sketch, right, and it was on YouTube, and it was this and it was a proper comedy sketch of this African guy who was like, you know, my son wants to join a gang, and he's got a really thick African accent, and he's standing outside, and there's like all these gang members, like all like, you know, they've all got their masks on and hoods up and stuff like that. They're hanging around this bench, and they see, and then there's his son who's wearing like a proper like shirt and trousers and stuff, and he's like, we're going home, and his son's like, no. And then he's like, oh, my son is losing his mind, I'm going to ask him again. And he goes over, and his son tells him to shut up and pushes him, and he's like, oh my gosh, I swear I laugh so loudly when he turns around to the gang members and he's like, clap for his bravery, everybody clap for his bravery, and everyone starts clapping. And then he was like, my son has offered himself as a sacrificial lamb. And you see him taking off his belt, right? And his son is like, I'm sorry, and starts running off, and he's like trying to beat him. That made me laugh. I don't know if this is, especially when it comes to like this father misinterpreting what their kid wants, and then this kid trying to join a gang and disrespecting their father. There is something to do with a specific culture. So it could be the African culture, and there are many cultures within Africa, so you have to take it as it resonates. It could be Latino or Latina, the Latina culture. It could be the Indian culture. There's something about there being, it's a very different culture to what you know or what you were brought up as. I don't know why that's important. And then I also got eye contact is key. There's something about eye contact, the way that you look at other people or the way that you see people, that is really important. Eye contact is is key. Then I also got, this is like, then the energy took a turn, okay? Swingers couple that were invited to inviting a third party changed their minds, because the feminine energy in this couple is an SEX worker, and the third party is either a client or a co-worker, and was saying stuff about either being a better performer than the person that they're with, and there's arguments here going on. And then I also got nudist parties, and the last thing as well, this is like, and then it turned again, a police officer being charged with unaliving someone. I've got stuff on here, but I'm going to leave this for another reading, because otherwise, again, it will just become too long and too kind of like too detailed, and my readings are long enough as it is anyway, right? So let's get to this. Please know that I am not a therapist. I am not a, I heard someone going, yeah, but you like to be. I'd love to be a therapist, to be quite honest. But I'm not a therapist. I am not a doctor. I am not a lawyer in any way, shape or form. Anything that comes up in those areas, or you feel an emotional wound is being triggered in those areas and it resonates, please make sure that you're reaching out to that doctor, to that therapist, to, you know, that lawyer before taking any advice from me, because I'm not a professional and I don't claim to be. And I know some people find that my legal disclaimers are a little bit tedious. However, I have to say them, okay? I don't take any responsibility for you. You shouldn't expect me to, as I would not expect you to take responsibility for moi. And you've got the Magician in reverse, okay? Anything else that needs to come up? Yeah, if I say he, she, masculine, feminine, we hold these energies, so you can either, you know, assign whatever gender fits your story, swap them around if you want, get rid of the genders altogether, but just don't make the story fit if it doesn't, okay? Because I have many other readings, and this is a general reading, so maybe it might fit, it might not. Okay, so you have the Magician, and then you have Epiphany in reverse, okay? So this was coming back to that, the start of that message. It was talking about the origin of knowledge and cosmic snake, or someone having some sort of experience where it's kind of, it's almost like an ego death. And I just looked outside and it's pouring with rain, and I heard like the song, you know, Lady Gaga with Ariana Grande, with a bit that rain on me. I'd rather, and I've said this before, I'd rather be dry, but at least I'm alive. Rain on me, rain, rain, rain on me. That song, when you actually listen to the lyrics, what I took from that is someone going through a really hard time or going for a really challenging time, but at least I'm still here. It might be tough, it might be arduous, and I'd rather just be having a plain sailing, you know, easy life, but at least I'm still here, at least I'm present. And this is some sort of ego death for someone, because it says for the Magician, you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear in successful beginnings, but it's upside down. And then you have Epiphany, joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. So someone here has either, I heard night today, or you are their light. You are the light of the day. Something that you have done, and I heard on the astral realm for some, has been a guiding light for somebody who may be having a tough time. And I don't know if it's this dad. I don't know if there is a father here who has been having a difficult time, or in the past they had a difficult time. And It's something to do with like perception, because purple is all to do with your third eye. Okay, we can sometimes trap ourselves in the illusions that we create for ourselves, because, you know, our divine feminine goes into overdrive, and then it just creates a story, because it creates a story based on fear. And it's the fear of the times that we have actually got hurt or fallen down, or, you know, felt like we were being attacked. And it's a form of defense, but that form of defense ends up armoring us so much that we miss out on loving connections, or actually understanding what other people are telling us, because we have now mirrored ourselves, or we've armored ourselves. Now, this epiphany to the magician, and I for some reason I decided getting out all of my labradorite. I've got another one now. So there's somebody here that they've had, I heard the harsh reality of it. The harsh reality of it. So this father, maybe they weren't listening to their kid. Maybe their kid was trying to tell them, I'm not doing okay here. I actually need support. I remember that energy of giving them a hug rather than listening to them. And I'm seeing someone like kind of pulling them in. You know, like when dudes kind of clasp hands, but they come forward to each other and they're like bump each other's shoulder and they're like, yeah, you got it, dude. It was that's the energy that I'm getting, rather than giving them a proper hug and hugging them until they relax. Because, you know, sometimes it's hard. It's actually difficult when you haven't had a hug, or you haven't had an opportunity to express yourself in that way, when all you actually want is a cuddle. It's not even a hug, you want a cuddle. And you're never too old to have a cuddle. And you should never be too old to have a proper hug, like cuddle, with your dad. You shouldn't, no matter, irrespective of gender. And something was missing here, and I feel like this person is realising this. Or they may be going through something quite hard with their kid, because there, look, you've got the piece upside down. And it says, release the past, there is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. And then on this side, you've got the star, Archangel Jophiel, a dream come true, believe in yourself at the end of a difficult situation. This is all very much to do with the third eye. So it's to do with illusions. It's to do with the crown chakra as well, in how we kind of connect to the divine, to God, to Allah, to who we see as, you know, the divine source and oneness of all. But we have got somebody who's been in a lot of turmoil, and I don't know why I'm really being pulled towards this father being in a lot of turmoil. There may be this sense of rejection coming from a child, or this child feeling rejected or being left out. And like, I can say for myself, from, you know, my experience, I'm a middle child, and, you know, people make all these skits, these funny skits about, you know, what position you were in your family, and how similar it is, no matter what the culture is, no matter, you know, what the language is. If you are the first child, there are certain experiences that you are going to have, or expectations put on you. If you are the you know, if you're the smallest child or the youngest child and the middle child, and they always say middle child syndrome, it ain't a syndrome, it is true, okay? But there's something here about this child feeling left out in some way. They're feeling left out in some way. And this has hit this father really hard. Maybe because they're realising that there was something that their child was trying to tell them, and they just ignored it, or they didn't see it. Dad misinterpreting what the kid wants, and then underneath the child trying to join a gang and disrespecting their father, and the father getting vexed, like running down the street after them with a belt or something like that, okay? Because you've also got on here 2 of Raphael, and then you have, and it says 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful, kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. Because I know the 2 of Cups is usually about kind of like a relationship. And usually people say 2 of Cups, oh, you're in love, oh my gosh. But this can also be with the 2 of Cups. You know, 2 hearts dedicated to creating something wonderful. Kindred spirits, don't give up on those you love. This can also be a father's love for their child. Of them realising, especially with that underneath, okay? Because that is the caduceus of Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael is to do with heart healing. So there's definitely a want. Yeah, this is especially for this father. Joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. This person has had to still their mind with Archangel Raphael coming through and guiding them to kind of look into heart healing and how they can be, I heard, a better dad to their child. Especially with this kid. The thing is as well, is that, look, I'm not a psychologist, and I do not have any qualifications when it comes to why children grow up and end up getting into gangs. I don't have any whatsoever. I can only give you my opinion on what I understand when it comes to, you know, kind of childcare and things like that, because that's the experience that I have. But a lot of the times you will find that kids that go into gangs, it's because they don't have a sense of home and security. They want a sense of belonging. Everybody wants to belong. Everybody wants to fit in. Everybody wants to be seen and heard and valued and respected. And, you know, it's very, very rare that you're going to find a teen or a young person or an adolescent who has a very chilled home life, who comes from a wealthy background, who's in a flipping gang. It's mainly, and I don't say that as a stereotype, I'm saying that because a lot of, you know, when you're a child, you want to feel safe. You want to have that little clique of friends that you have that understand you, that get you, that you can chill out with, that you can hang with. When you are in a household that is not safe, or you don't feel safe, or you're being ignored, or you're being neglected, or there is violence happening in the home, or you just don't feel comfortable being there, you will end up searching out those who are going either through the same thing, or you will try to find a small community that understands you. And that's where you end up with kids going into like gangs and things like that, because it gives them a sense of security, it gives them a sense of identity, it gives them a sense of purposefulness. Even if it's all the wrong things, they're being looked after. And I'm not condoning any kids being in a gang, but they're being seen, even if they're only being used as a commodity. And I feel like this dad, if their kid has ended up in a gang of some sort, this person has been humbled. They've had some sort of like spiritual awakening, and it's humbled them through meditation. I don't know if angels came to them or their guides came to them and was like, look, you don't like where your child is, you are partly to blame for them being there. And as much as we all co-create our own human experiences, of course we do, but when we are children, and I'm classing anyone who's under the age of 18. If you are under the age of 18, because in the UK you are classed as an adult after 18, but if you're under the age of 18, you are a child. You are a child, okay? As much as we co-create our own experiences, when you are a child, you co-create your own experiences, but you don't always know the impact of your actions because you're a flipping child. So this dad may have at some point, especially with that belt coming out, been like, you know, I'll teach you a lesson and rare, and has been pulled back or encouraged by Archangel Raphael to kind of be more compassionate and understand that part of the reason that their child is moving towards, you know, gang affiliation and stuff like that is because they didn't feel safe at home, or they didn't feel nurtured, or they weren't heard. And they're realising that's partly their fault. It's partly their fault, okay? Wow. Because you've got 4 of Raphael here, and it says, seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions, and it's upside down. So yeah, this person is now aware that with the Magician in reverse, the resources that should have been there for their child to support their child weren't. Okay? And it is easy for us as parents. I'm not a parent, okay? So you can come at me as much as you want by this comment, but parents can turn around and be like, yeah, but I've done the best that I could. Of course you did. No one's saying that you didn't, but sometimes our best is not good enough. And I know that is a bitter and hard pill to swallow, to hear being said. And I'm not a parent, and I know that there will be people who comment and be like, well, you're not a parent, so you don't know what you're talking about. No, but I work with children long enough to see when children are neglected and a parent says that they've done enough. At the end of the day, I have parents myself, and I have trauma because of them, because they did their best, but their best wasn't enough. And I still love my parents. They are human after all, but sometimes doing your best isn't enough. It is almost like that saying, you know, you can be a 10-pint loved person, but your parent only has 1 pint and that's all they can offer you, and they're doing their best. They literally are doing their best. That's all they can give you. You're still missing 9 pints of affection, of love, of attention. It's still going to create trauma even if they are doing their best. And this father's realising this. It's dawned on him. The moon, Archangel Haniel, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears and grow stronger. And the Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous and charismatic, time to take action. Great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. So this is beautiful, because it's almost like with that 2 of Raphael, this person has been like, what, you know what, as much as I've done my best wasn't enough. So now I need to go in and I need to have more compassion, and I need to get my son, my daughter, my he, she, they back. Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy and open-hearted, exactly. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive sights. I don't know why this is resonating, who this is resonating for, or why this message is coming through. I had a mixed marriage. I don't know why I'm getting like someone coming forward, or there is a marriage where it's like one person has their own children and the other person has their own children. So it's like a meshed family. But with Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy and open-hearted, this father of some sort is being asked to be, okay, so they may have tried to instill some sort of my way or the highway, and it didn't work, because I heard a runaway. Okay, and then you've got Ace of Michael upside down and the Star. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others, and it's upside down. And then it says the Star, a dream come true. Believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. I feel like there's definitely for someone here, if you're having issues with your own child, if this resonates for you, you're really being asked. I heard break the cycle. So this, you got to remember that my readings are, they're timeless. And it doesn't just mean that if you watch this in the future, it's for you. It also means that sometimes the energies that I'm picking up on could have already happened. This could have happened in the past. This could have happened generations before. All right, so take it as it resonates. But break the cycle is giving me that somewhere along someone's family line, this may have happened already. And you're being asked this time to break that cycle. Come with it with compassion. Because Ace of Michael upside down is more or less, it's like there's two energies here. But it's almost like yin and yang. The dream come true. Believe in yourself, the end of a difficult solution. Someone's come forward with some sort of solution. And the other side is all heart-based. It's all heart-based. I want to show you this. I mean, look how crazy this is. We have all purple at the top and then green at the bottom. And the last one that's coming out is blue. Okay, but that's upside down. Someone is not communicating their needs, or someone hasn't been communicating their needs, or doesn't know how to communicate their needs. So this may be something new for this father, or for their child, excuse me, you want to see my face, or for their child as well. Keep going. But with this time to take action, somebody, and then you've got the 8 of Gabriel. This also, you've got to remember, this can also be someone's childhood, okay? Someone here, when you were a child, may have got in, you know, got in with the wrong crowd. And I don't know if your father or a father figure was very harsh on you and this pushed you into this. But with the Knight of Gabriel coming out, time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. I feel like someone's about to get an idea also for like a charity, or an app, or a book, or something that connects people together who have had, and do you remember at the start when I was reading this, I was armouring my solar plexus like this, and I didn't know why. There's something about some ideas going to come to someone about how they can help others who have been through similar experiences, or how they can, I heard, be the father that they didn't have. And it's reminding me of, there's this guy, right, and I think he's like a teacher or something, and his videos went completely viral, and whenever I watch them, I get so flippin' emotional. And he just, he never had a dad, so he never knew how to do certain things, and as he learnt them, he started doing videos like, for those who don't have fathers, you know, if you don't have an absent father, or your father's passed away, or you never knew your dad, or your dad's in prison, or whatever it may be. He would be like, okay, so this is how you tie, this is how you do a tie. I'm going to do it with you, okay? And he'll just be in front of you going, good job, you're doing really well. And he'll show you how to do a tie. And I just thought, it's beautiful. All these basic things, or like how to shave. Because we forget that the absence of either a father, look, the absence of either parent can have such an impact on a child. But I think that society downplays how important a father's role is in a child's life, irrespective of gender, but even more so towards a son, to be quite honest. I say irrespective of gender, but there is such, it is downplayed. It's downplayed so much, the father's role and how important the father's role is. I mean, to the point that it wasn't that long ago that we had this like vigilante group called Fathers for Justice, and they would dress up as Superman and Spider-Man and then go and like climb on the outside of buildings just so that they get news, so that people would see them. And it was to do with kind of like their rights in court, because they have next to none. And I feel like this is really important. This epiphany with this 2 of Raphael and then the Knight of Gabriel, take action. There's more than one thing happening here. There's more than one energy. But what I'm getting from this as an overall is that there is going to be an opportunity for someone here to connect in a business sense, but it is a very loving, and I mean heart space. It's working from the heart space when it comes to helping people, whether that is through trauma of childhood, of not having their father there, whether it is having a father but their father never opened up to them, so they were left with really stunted emotions, but there's something that brings people together for resources that they didn't have. There's a business proposal, there's something that either you're going to create or this father is going to create that links you in some way, because you've got the 8 of Gabriel here. And then you've got the moon. The 8 of Gabriel says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. And I mean, look, the card over here was the Ace of Michael in reverse, with it saying, you know, clear up communication problems with others, and it's in reverse. I'm finding this very interesting. Tell me more. The moon really wants to come out with Archangel Haniel, the opportunity to improve your plans. I don't know if somebody would benefit from equestrian therapy, or if someone has benefited from that, or someone has like the idea of setting up their own charity, or I heard like equestrian farm, and like especially for like military, those with like PTSD from war. There's something to do with animals, because Archangel Haniel is a beautiful energy. I have her on my team of Fires, Light and Resonance, and she works with animals, she works with nature. And I don't know why I got healing emotions, because the moon is, you know, it's all to do with our emotions. It governs over Cancer, and Cancer is the 4th house as well. So this is family. It's tying back into family. A new emotional situation. Tell me more about this. Divine guidance. I love this. The search for meaning. The search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach, surrounding yourself with wise teachers and friends. There is a community. I feel like there is a community waiting to be found by someone here. And it could be a community of fathers. It could be a community of people who don't have fathers or never had fathers, which is going to be really grounding for someone, because divine guidance with number 5, this is a massive change coming in. A massive change. Archangel Sandalphon is to do with Mother Gaia. Archangel Sandalphon governs over the crystalline grid of Mother Gaia, of Earth. He is one of the vertical force archangels next to Archangel Metatron, which governs the universe, the cosmos, you know. But this purple coming through the moon, I don't know if you are feeling, I heard like it's at the tip of someone's fingertips right now. I heard greatly appreciated. You are greatly appreciated. There is something that you do. There is something that you are going to help connect this community. How? 9 of Gabriel. Stay determined and move forward. Be prepared for any possibility. Environmental activism. I knew this was to do with the earth. This is healing in some way. Grid work for some. Like gridding can be done on the astral realm. It can be literally done in this realm. It is where you are, for example, if you were to grid now, here, you take any shape that you want, anything that's quite comfortable for you. It could be a triangle, it could be a Star of David, it could be a hexagon. And you can draw it on a paper first if you want. And then you take certain crystals, ones that resonate with you, depending on what it is that you're trying to do. What are you trying to heal within yourself? And you put them in specific placements. And you use that as an energetic grid. You can do that astrally. I don't know what I'm getting, like for someone here, there's a lot of activism coming through. This is where this community and healing. Nine of Gabriel is the wounded warrior as well. This is going to help heal. I don't know if you're going to help heal someone and they're going to help heal you. And together you're going to heal a lot of people. I heard find my father. King of Raphael was in reverse. Warm, generous, honourable and refined. Yes, it is safe to trust the ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. And that's upside down. I don't know if this person coming in is going to come in and either knock you off your feet because they seem so familiar. And this doesn't have to be a love reading. You have to take it as it resonates. I'm just getting that there is a sense of familiarity from whoever it is that's coming in who wants to work with you. It's a joint venture. There is a joint venture of some sort coming in. This person may have lost their child to gang violence. And this is the reason why they want to create some sort of foundation or some sort of app or some sort of, it's a community that comes together to help each other, to teach, it may be to teach certain skills to new fathers or to fathers who never really had an emotional input from their own, to help their children, okay, to help their children, especially their sons, I'm getting, especially their sons, to tap into emotions, to know what they want, to be proud of being able to express themselves, which I think is beautiful. Look, you've got the Three of Raphael coming out, reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. I told you, this is beautiful. It's bittersweet and beautiful at the same time. Yeah, and look, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears and grow stronger. And the reason I've got face your fears is because that King of Raphael coming out in reverse, I don't feel like there is like, there's somebody who is the King of Cups in reverse. I don't. I feel like this is kind of like that wound that we all end up having. We all have a father wound. We all have a mother wound, irrespective of how awesome or non-awesome our parents were, okay? Because, you know, trauma is brought forward, whether directly or indirectly. And I feel like this is, whoever this is that's going to come in might scare the crap out of you because they are so stable or they're so open, and it may bring up past wounds, father wounds, and it doesn't have to be specifically just with your father. It could be anyone that you were in a relationship with, friendship wise, business wise, or romantically wise, who hurt you, who reminded you of your dad in some way, okay? But this person's going to come in, there's something here about this person triggering these wounds, but in the best way, because they're going to help you to heal those while you work together to help other people, which I think is amazing. I think it's absolutely flipping amazing. Wow, 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 wow. On the back of here, look, you've got the Page of Michael, truthful, perceptive, analytical and blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts and documents thoroughly. Now, with it being upside down, there's part of this kind of like energy, again, with this King of Raphael in reverse, of can I trust this? I'm worried. I need to armor. I need to armor my solar plexus. I need to protect my inner child. Protect. Okay, but it says on here, review contracts and documents very thoroughly. Don't be rushed into anything. With divine guidance coming out here, you're being told, especially with the star, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. And then a divine guidance coming through, the search for meaning in life, consider an alternative approach, surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. That whatever it is that you are brought, whoever it is that brings forward this, because I'm getting there's going to be a contract, not to sign it straight away. Read the small print. You're going to be really excited by this offer. And this is an offer that I feel like is for you in some way. Because I'm also getting for others, this is animals. This may not be just to do with, it might not be a foundation. It literally may be training animals to help, like therapy dogs. But I'm getting a question as well. And it can be beach cleanup. There is like, there is this charity in South Africa, the Ocean Something Rescue, and they're brilliant. They are brilliant. It's a group of guys who and it's free time. They work off of donations. They get up ridiculously early in the morning to go down to like the, so I think it's the coast, the Cape Cod, but they go around to different places in South Africa, on the coast. so that they can chase after seals that have been injured, that have bits of rubbish and trash like stopping them from breathing, or that they have like things bound to them, so they can actually run after them, get them into like their little sack thing, so they can actually take it off, so that they can free them. And they do this with no cost. It's just what they do, and then they go to work afterwards. There is the energy of having an idea like this, or somebody who just has such a great passion to help others heal or help the planet heal. And there's something that you bring to the table that can help. And it is I heard a mind blowing. Why am I getting mind altering? It's almost like the start of the reading with the origin of knowledge, the cosmic snake. It may be something that you never even thought of until it was offered to you on the table, and you were like, oh my gosh, this is either what I wanted to do as a kid, or oh my gosh, I had always thought of that, but it was always out of reach, or oh, whatever it is. This is going to be amazing, and you're going to want to grab it with both hands, but you're being told to slow down. Make sure that you are reviewing everything in there, not because there's a trick. Even though you have this upside down, you're going to have that little devil on your shoulder, or your inner critic going, this is a trap, this is a trap, because it doesn't want you to go forward. Not because it is a trap. You're just being told to lead with your intuition, which is why the moon came out more than once. And with Ace of Michael in reverse, a wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. With it upside down, it's more or less saying an awful idea. Allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress, and don't clear up communication problems with others. There is a little bit here with this Page of Michael and then Ace of Michael in reverse, making you feel like this is too good to be true, this must be a lie. With Page of Michael also, truth, perceptive, analytical and blunt, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts and documents thoroughly. Do not let fear sabotage you from something that you deserve, from something that is going to change your life, and not only change your life, but the life of so many people around you. Now, please remember that my readings are general, which means there are going to be a select few of the collective that this is for. It won't be for all of you, and that is okay. But if this resonates for you, I'd love you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you can see more of my content. I am going to leave it there. That was a really awesome read. It was really unexpected as well. But if you do like what you heard and you are new, I'd love for you to hit on the like, the subscribe, and the notification bell so you can see more of my content and when I actually post. It helps my channel to grow. I appreciate all of my OG subscribers. Hearts, kisses. But with that being said, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.